Hello and welcome along to the Project Cars 2 Virtual Racing League, where today we are at the penultimate round of the Vgta Championship and it is at the Oshersleiben. As a reminder of the championship format on screen there, and the current championship standings are Scuderia Sam leads from Alex CDL, Roger the Dodger and Chris Doherty, those four still in contention for the championship. And it's a very tight midfield battle as well that will need to be resolved here at Oshersleiben today and at the final round. P1, it's Luke and McGee in the Jag, followed by D-Man in the Ferrari, Chris Doherty in third there. Then we go to Scuderia Sam in the unfamiliar yellow Ferrari there in fourth, ahead of Alex CDL in fifth place. Relatively small fields here, but expect plenty of action on this great track. 4 lights, 5 lights, and they're off. Oh, Chris Doherty has hit the barrier already without even getting to a corner. I think that was a slow starting Jaguar of the Scotsman Luke McGee there. Didn't quite get away cleanly. The two Ferraris line us in on the outside, but it's the Mustang coming down the inside of Alex CDL. He's looking very racy indeed. They all just about leave each other room. Very tricky first and second corner here. Now they go into this very, very long third corner, very long right-hander, and an excellent camera shot there down at the curb. Two Ferraris going side by side, and it's D-Man 221, the Dara there leading Scuderia Sam. And oh, down the inside, oh, and there's Alex CDL, fantastic manoeuvre there, but very forceful. That's just giving the recovering Chris Doherty a chance to pounce there, and now he's ahead of Alex CDL and Scuderia Sam, and he's right looking at the back now of his fellow Irishman D-Man 221 in second. And all of this has allowed Luke McGee to get away quite nicely actually at the front there, despite his quite poor getaway initially. He finds himself leading the field as they come round now the last few corners to complete lap 1. And that Jaguar, we know how strong it is on the straights. There aren't that many straights at this circuit, so he's already starting to develop a little bit of a truly train. And you can see in the background there, Alex CDL and Scuderia Sam getting very friendly into the last corner and heading off down onto the main straight now. It's going to be very tasty as they get to turn 1, Ian.
Yes, it certainly is. Looking to make the most of that Jaguar. He's pulled away a bit of a head. They were kind of neck and neck coming in, but he's pulled a bit of a gap. But now really struggles through this first corner. Chris just comes through past the cone there. But and as you look at Alex coming around there, but yeah, it's been good start. So, oh no, but he's spun it around there. Looks like he's throwing it away. Got caught in the curb there. The Jag dug in and it spun him round, so after a great start it's a lot of work to do as we look at that. Puts Chris in the lead with D-Man, so it's Team Ireland in the lead now.
Yeah, really unfortunate for the Jag of Luke McGee there. Great qualifying, and that Mustang of Chris looks a bit wayward and being chased by his, like I say, Irish teammate in D-Man 221 in two unfamiliar looking Ferraris, both in yellow, so that's going to be fun to us to work out. But close battle between both Mustangs and the Ferraris so far.
Yeah, it does look like a Ferrari versus Mustang battle at the moment, doesn't it? As they head off now to start lap 3. It's a 10-minute race, of course, as ever. And Scuderia Sam looking in his mirrors there. But it's interesting, we've got one Ferrari on the attack and the other Ferrari is on the defence. But oh look, again, very, very interesting racing lines we're looking at there between two Irish up ahead there, Chris Doherty and D-Man, as they both try and suss each other out. Oh, so Alex CDL, he just tapped the back of the Ferrari and he's round. We've got yellow flags in turn 3, and that's allowed Luke McGee now up into 4th position. So Alex CDL was just lining up Scuderia Sam for a potential pass into turn 4-5, and he just looked like he tapped the back end slightly, and a little bit of Project Cars 2 physics potentially there. We have seen that issue on this game in the past, haven't we?
We certainly have, especially in this championship. It's sometimes Project Cars physics, and sometimes the drivers just getting a bit too close. We got a weird sort of bumpy angle there as looked at D-Man's closing in on Chris here. But yeah, Chris was quite quick in qualifying, and we're looking to make the most of that now. He's got a bit of a clear track in front of him. But yeah, the Ferrari's been quite well balanced, so it's an interesting battle here between the two. So there's only less than a second between the front pairing.
Yeah.
Not quite sure why D-Man's windscreen wiper was on there. Alex maybe was wiping away the sweat from his brow. It was very challenging circuit this, like a go-kart track.
Yeah, well, it could be from all the debris from the tyres of that poor Mustang up the front. We know those Mustangs use the tyres pretty hard compared to the Ferraris. It looks like the Ferrari of D-Man goes quite deep, but then gets a shallow line out of the hairpin, uses it quite well into this another hairpin. Obviously it's not the full track, the full track goes a lot longer, and both Ferraris seem to be taking that deep line into the hairpin and then cutting back, but it seems like the front three are all very evenly matched at the moment, and there's not much movement.
Yeah, absolutely. But D-Man's still on the hunt here. He's in the wing mirrors. They've got quite similar straight line speeds of these two cars, but he's a solo reigning Mustang up in the front now with Alex CDL having to recover. He's a few seconds back from Luke McGee. Oh, talking of recovering, that's D-Man now. D-Man 221. He was in second place, but he's spun around. He's doing donuts now on the grass. Oh, he nearly takes out Luke McGee there, and oh, he's had disaster for him now. He's all the way back down to 5th. Looks like he just got on the curb there, trying to be a little bit too greedy perhaps with the curve, got on the loud pedal and then round it went. And once you get dirt on these tyres and you're on the grass, it can just keep spinning and spinning and spinning for days, weeks, months, can't it?
Yeah, certainly. He's the third driver to do it today. We saw that Loopy McGee earlier in the race, and Alex CDL as well, so that's the third driver to just get a bit greedy with the curb maybe and just spin it round. And as you say, with the vintage driving assists on these cars, it's once you're going round, you could be going round for days. So as Alex gives us a nice a bit of showmanship there, as we go to now the lone Mustang at the front. Looks like Chris is just disappearing away here now that he's lost the only man really was pressuring him. And we look at Sam, who's just magicked his way up to second.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see the two different driving styles of the Mustangs. Chris, you can see, is quite smooth with his inputs compared to the sort of pedal to the metal of the white Mustang of Alex CDL. And obviously you've got the bit wayward there for Loopy coming out the corner. You can see just how much power that V12 Jag has, and it just wants to send you as soon as you put the loud pedal on. But it looks like D-Man's actually catching Alex up as we go on board and look through different angles. Go down the main straight, so if he catches Alex up, that should be quite interesting.
Certainly will be. Well, it does look like D-Man's catching Alex is catching Luke McGee, and Luke McGee is catching Scuderia Sam. So everyone out there has to be on their toes a bit, apart from Chris Doherty, who said Ian is looking quite comfortable, and Alex CDL once again looking like he's on the verge of a crash every single time we cut to a camera angle of him. But I think that's just how he likes to drive that car. It's just sliding around on the edge. Sometimes obviously it doesn't quite work out and he ends up facing the wrong way or on a bit of grass, but he's having a lot of fun by the looks of it in that Mustang, and probably those tyres are screaming out, so asking please let Chris drive this car, drive it smoothly.
Yeah, we heard that in one of the previous races in the Mustang, just screaming every corner. I think it was Watkins Glen. The car was screeching every corner. So yeah, he does work them quite hard. But yeah, it's definitely definitely one way to do it, and it's a very entertaining watch. So it's up to him if he wants to go about the way. Just look at the sort of contrast with Chris here, just keeping it smooth at the front, not overdoing it, just very calm through that corner. Alex would have been on the curb and over on the AstroTurf, so it's quite a different style, and seems to be working for him. He's just working way at the front here with just over half distance.
Yeah, as we've seen other different styles, and yeah, again, trying to swing the backhand out, but it's not working. But it seems to have settled down at the moment, they're all gaffing. But something's definitely happened to D-Man again. He was right on the tail of Alex, and he's over 10 seconds back now, so he must have had another little incident in his yellow Ferrari.
Yeah, it's hard to see now where the next battle is going to come from, isn't it? With only a few laps left to go, they're all sort of settled in a bit, and it's going to have to take a bit of a mistake from someone, I think, to catch anyone up now. I mean, we've got 4 seconds, 5 seconds between first and second, and another 5 seconds between Scuderia Sam and Luke McGee second and third there. Although Luke McGee is trying his best to catch Scuderia Sam, and Scuderia Sam is quite inconsistent around this track. So you never know what can happen there for those podium places. As we cut now to the extremely fast cameraman, it's really good to have him back, running as fast as he can alongside that number 72 green, familiar green of Chris Doherty Mustang there. And yeah, there's nice white wall tyres as well. Good shot. Oh, spit of flame as well. Lovely. That's what we like to see.
Certainly is. It's really good to be able to appreciate these classic cars in this sort of environment. So it's a great shot here as we look at Chris just just out for a Sunday drive. Really, he's not in any trouble. He can enjoy this magnificent bit of American muscle, and just coming on. He's up to five seconds now. As we look at second place, Scrooge Sam. He was catching him there, but looks like he's done enough just to keep ahead. And we look at Vgta now, just coming through. He's a bit out of shape, but he just seems to recover from early disappointment of spinning out. Oh, we nearly lets it go there, but he seems to have done enough. Just one lap to go, so hopefully we can just keep it together for the last. And look at Alex CDL in the distance as well. Just looks like settled. There's no last lap battles, but just try to keep it home. But anything can happen with these lady cars.
Yeah, it's a shame the spin at the start. Looks like it's probably Luke's strongest round, and obviously Chris up in first, as we see Alex say, oh, he's around. Too much showboat, and I think he knew he had a gap, so he tried it, but it didn't quite work. We see going on to the fourth corners, we see D-Man now entering the final lap as well. But yeah, you can definitely tell the drivers have gelled with the cars, as we see your race leader and hopefully race winner. Hopefully, haven't cursed him going through the final corner on his way to across the line, and your race winner for Oshersleiben.
Yes, congratulations, Chris Doherty is the winner. Now some customary donuts. Oh dear, no, he's in the wall. See if he tries to find a gear now, and that's Scooter Sam coming across. Bang! Yes, that was quite predictable, wasn't it?
Very much so.
Scooter Sam for a second, and looks like Luke McGee has taken the flag in third there. And Alex CDL, despite all his efforts, is in fourth. But you have to say, it's probably most entertaining driver of the day, Alex CDL, with all those donuts and slides he was giving in. Oh, and yeah, okay, some more partying going on across the line, and now we wait for D-Man. But in a way, it's a shame we didn't have some of the other cars at this track, some of the other competitors, such as the Porsche. I think that probably would have gone quite well at this circuit.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of a good combination. You've got the big straight with the kind of tighter corners, so it's would have been an interesting watch. But as we have it, as we see Chris top of the standings with Scuderi Sam and Luke McGee finishing off the podium.
Yeah, absolutely. And what does this do for the championship? Well, let's have a look. Scuderi Sam still leading the way, only a few points now over Alex CDL, Chris Dorsey, Luke McGee, and Roger the Dodger was a no-show today in fifth, and D-Man is in sixth. Next up is the finale, so we go to the Nordschleife, the full-on circuit, the Green Hell as it's known as. That's going to be very entertaining to see who comes out on top there and who ultimately will take the championship. So don't forget to tune in to watch and see how that all pans out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.